Hi, I'm Reva Seabolt, and I'm here today to talk to you about aging. It's a subject that's dear to my heart. So, we all have feelings about aging. We know people are aging. We may feel like we're aging, whether we're 45 or 95. And a lot of those feelings and thoughts when we watch other people age, watch ourselves age, are fear based. What's going to happen? I can't do what I used to be able to do. How is this going to work? It's personally fear based because we watch our parents, our older relatives and friends, ourselves become seemingly less mobile, less able to do what they used to do, and even have dementia or sickness, illness, death, all those things that come apparently with aging. And then there's the cultural aspect. Our culture, particularly in the United States, is not prepared for aging. I live in the state of Vermont, and a third of us will be over 65 by the end of the decade. We haven't even started thinking about it as a culture, as a society. We sort of want to brush it under the rug the way we want to brush all of aging under the rug. Then there's the financial aspect. How am I going to pay for life? How am I going to pay for things when I'm too old to be fully functional? And I don't want my children to support me, or I don't have any children. What am I going to do financially when I can't live on Social Security or whatever you have to live on? And then there's the actual loss of mobility, the not being able to do what you used to do, not being able to, whether it be run a mile or whether it be walk upstairs. There's a time when you start feeling less able to do the things you've always taken for granted. And then there's the fear of dementia, the fear of not being able to speak, to think, to being dependent, to having a body and no mind left. That's a big fear for a lot of people. So those are some of the fears that come up around aging. And it doesn't have to be that way. I discovered the Sedona method in 2009, and I find it to be the most elegant way to work with my limiting thoughts and feelings, fears, emotions, anger. I realized in working with it that I could not be afraid of myself anymore, not be afraid of what I was going to say, not be afraid of what I was going to think, not be afraid of the unknown, all of the fears. All of a sudden, I realized that there was a way to release them and not be overwhelmed by things that other people are doing politically, personally, and not be overwhelmed by inside, the beat up inside. So I'd like to share with you the idea of using releasing in order to deal with aging and all the fears that come with aging. I'd like you to consider the possibility that aging doesn't have to be fearful. It can be a movement into another way of being that has its own delights and amazing experiences that you could never have when you're younger. Thank you.